Hey, all you crazy fans out there, I'm Hyperactive.
And I'm Grenado.
And this is the ShellShock Society Show.
This is our first episode, and we wanted to kind of work on an anticipated debate for an upcoming film, okay? There's Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice.
It's a movie that we're all really excited for. I know it's been a really dry winter with absolutely no comic book movies out there, and you know, I'm totally pumped up for this movie.
I am too! That's okay, we'll fix that later. Anyways, yeah, let's just talk about first response to the trailer and stuff like that. What negative or positive things?
Well, you know, Ben Affleck's been getting a lot of heat for, it's Ben Affleck. He's playing Batman. You know what? I'm kind of excited to see, the approach that he plans on taking, compared to Daredevil. It's, I really think he can hit the Batman off. I'm really excited, at least for that.
Yeah, I agree. Now, granted, I know I'm one of those guys who didn't mind Daredevil and didn't think it was a big bomb like everybody else did. But then again, what do I know? Whatever. But I think so too. I mean, he's definitely evolved as an actor and a writer and whatnot too. So many people were bombing him, and I had to be like, this is the same guy that made Argo and won all these fucking awards and stuff. I think we can fucking give him a chance, okay? He's gotten a little older, he's gotten some more experience, and as far as I can tell, he looks like he's gonna be a better Batman than the Dark Knight Rise fucking son of a bitch.
I'm Batman.
I didn't like Christian Bale, okay? I wanted to blow that son of a bitch up. How is Superman still standing? There, okay.
Yes!
Anyways, so I think he's a good combination of Bruce Wayne and Batman. And there's not a lot of actors that were very good. I think we both can agree that we're good at both. And I think Affleck can do it.
Not just that. I mean, look at this cast in this movie. I mean, we got Jeremy Irons playing Alfred, and I'm really excited to see that.
The one thing I'm not looking forward to is the casting choice for Lex Luthor.
I agree with you. I think, it sucks.
I mean, we're villains, okay? That's what we do. We know villains. And that little pompous prick, I don't know whose cock he sucked to get in that role, but
I mean, for all the positive charges I have for this movie, this one's like 5 bombs down with Lex. Boom! Yeah!
I think we definitely agree on that one. Definitely exciting that we're going to see some other cameos, Justice League characters. Most importantly, and I know there's some people that are criticizing how he looks, but I liked Doomsday's appearance. I mean, I'm kind of excited to see Doomsday.
I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to Wonder Woman, man. God, she hot or what?
Yeah, it's nice to see him finally get Wonder Woman on the big screen. Big screen. Well, let's get to our pre-fight analysis, because that's what this show is really supposed to be about. So, Batman versus Superman. Well, in one corner we got Batman. He's human with no powers. 6'2", 210 pounds. His abilities are Master Detective, Master of the Martial Arts, and he's got tech, gears, gadgets with numerous abilities, and he's filthy, stinking rich.
And in the other corner we have Superman. He's 6'3", 235 pounds. He has flight, super speed, super strength, invulnerable. He has frost breath, and I can only imagine what that smells like in the morning. So is Lois Lane. Immense lung capacity, X-ray vision, heat vision, and a whole bunch of other ridiculous crap that they just given him over the years.
Yeah, we're really not going to name his whole, roofie kiss or anything like that. His date rape smooching. We're not going to... We won't even bring that up.
Now, as biased as I tried being going into this whole thing, let's face it, I'm pretty much straight up Batman. But I mean, we're gonna try to argue this out. Reasonably well. Given both their pros and their cons.
Yeah. Now, most of our research that we've done is based on reading we've done. And let me just throw out these titles real quick, so you know how many different storylines that we're actually covering that are comic books, not animated, not anything else, just based off of comic books. Batman number 612, The Battle, is a Hush storyline. Man of Steel number 3, One Night in Gotham City. We got Superman Batman number 78, Who Would Win? Now, granted, that one's like two kids discussing.
It's got some valid points to it. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the last one I'd read just recently, and yeah, no, that one had a lot of good points to this whole argument that,
And probably actually more amusing than any of the other actual fights because the fact that two kids are coming up with it.
Even at the end, that was one of the things that Batman and Superman are there listening to this conversation of these kids.
Yeah.
And they're just finding it quite amusing on this argument.
We also have, we've read Batman's Endgame, Part 1 and 2, Batman the Dark Knight, the Sacrifice storyline, Injustice, Smallville, World's Finest, Justice League New Frontier, The Dark Knight Strikes Again, Superman Red Sun, and Superman Batman Superbat. Okay, so now granted, some of these are ties, and some of these stories, they don't really fight or whatever, but they show us a good analytical perspective on each Superman and Batman. From what I can see from my research, we're at a pretty even draw as far as the biggest stories go, at 7 wins towards Batman and 7 wins to Superman. Now, granted, there's probably more out there that there's stuff going on, but these are the big ones that we've read that we think are the most influential and probably actually have the most practicality in how to actually analyze or anticipate what's going to happen between the two. And granted, a lot of times the characters are different than the mainstream too, because you got like Superman Red Sun takes place in like Russia version, or the Smallville storyline completely different than mainstream. But you get an idea for the character, so you can take the analysis.
And granted to say, I mean, you guys got to realize that granted to say Superman, any given day should just decide to go punch Batman's head off. I mean, there's nothing to stop him from doing it if Batman doesn't see it coming. We realize this. So we're trying to put this into a context that, to sum it up, it's a win-win. It's not really a win-win situation. It's more of a everyone loses if these two were ever actually fight. But,
yeah. But one point I would like to make is, a lot of people focus on Batman winning because Batman wins everything, and then some people focus on, but Superman's got all these powers. Like you said, all he needs to do is fly over and bam, he's done. Or fly up into space, uses like laser eyes. His laser eyes, and he can see Batman wherever. And telescopic, I guess I think is the word I was looking for.
Telescopic. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, but he can just fly up to space, shoot him, and not have to worry about kryptonite or whatever. But my argument, as far as Batman versus Superman goes, isn't that I'm not saying that their powers and their talents aren't as important, but that their personalities and characters' code is actually what's at play here. If we're really going to analyze these two combatants, what we got to look at is what the two characters are, who the two characters are, not what they are and what they can do. We've got long conversations already about this, as far as the fact that Superman is a hero who will do what he can to save other people. He's always looking out for his you can say fellow man, but he's technically not. But he's always looking for the better of of humanity, to help humanity, and yada yada yada. Not that Batman doesn't do it too, but he plays dirty. Yeah, and he will trick Superman.
Totally. Part of our conversation that we had talking about this earlier is that, Superman's a Boy Scout. He's there to be a hero. Batman, on the other hand, he's a detective. He's there to solve the problem, but he's there to win. And let's face it, he's got the heart, he's got the tactics, and he's gonna win. I mean, that's how I look at this. But one of my favorite ones that we read out of those episodes was Batman number 612, called The Battle. In this one, Superman has been possessed by Poison Ivy, and she's using Superman, in essence, pretty much to kill Batman. And throughout this whole battle, you know, Batman's leading Superman with the help of Catwoman into this situation, into a controlled environment to try to even the odds in this battle with Superman. But the one thing I took away from this whole comic, and that is that Batman was, in the end, he was doing this to win. He was leading it knowing full well the consequences and what was going to happen fighting Superman, with the end game of throwing Lois Lane off of a building so that the Boy Scout, his true nature at heart, he's always going to be the hero, is going to go and save Lois Lane, even under this mind control by Poison Ivy. And, well, Batman's tactics, in the end, he won the battle.
We're more biased towards Batman, if you haven't been able to figure it out by now. And, you know, I think we believe we're justly right. I mean, there's a lot of good points out there for Superman, but I think it really comes down to personality and the personal code of each hero. And Batman's allows him to do dirtier things, and they both have a sense of justice, but in different ways. And because of that, we do both agree that we think Batman will win in every fight. Another thing that people kind of overlook, because people are like, oh, Batman doesn't have any superpowers, though. He can't really compete. He's got money and all this rich wealth, and he's smart, but, you know, he can't compete. Okay, let's just ask everybody real quick. Who is Superman's number one villain? Who's his arch villain amongst over all other arch villains?
He's in most of the movies other than the last Superman movie. He's the villain in every other Superman movie. I mean, come on, guys. Think about it.
Huh? Lex fucking Luthor, okay? What is he? He's a billionaire. He's super smart. He ain't got no fucking powers. And he is Superman's number one arch enemy. So, of course, it's going to make a great toe-to-toe battle when you got another person who's just like Superman as far as actually having a good sense of justice and isn't, you know, evil in any way. And then, you know, also does the same thing Lex Luthor does. He does his studying. He does his... You know, I got to point this out. I think it's ironic that Superman is often referred to as the Boy Scout, considering the fact that Batman, between the two of them, is always far more prepared.
That's true.
Alright, so, I know we're a little biased, but we would like to point something out for those who would either, you know, agree with us or disagree with us. When it comes to these two heroes, almost every fight, one of them has usually stated something along the lines of, no matter what, no matter who comes out on top, everyone loses. Neither one of them sees it as in any fight as a tie, or neither one of them sees them as being victorious over the other one. For the most part. I mean, the whole Dark Knight series, it's a little different storyline. I mean, in those books, he's like, I beat you and you're never going to forget it. But a lot of the stories, these are two heroes and they're good people. And
their morals, simply put, I mean, hypothetically speaking, or realistically speaking, however you want to look at it, they're never really going to get into a fight. They might have a misunderstanding, but in every comic that you've seen them fight, there's almost always a villain at the end that they get together, they overcome their differences, and, you know, they make up. Unfortunately, villains like us never get the win.
Yeah, well, we're low level, so we're working our way up.
That's why I'm fighting for the underdog. Go Batman.
Yeah, go Aquaman.
Heck yeah.
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 Maybe we'll see some Flash, too. By Flash, you know I mean Wonder Woman, right? Well, that's been your pre-fight analysis of Batman versus Superman. I'm Grenado.
And I'm Hyperactive.
And this is
the ShellShock Society Show.